Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, hi, everybody. Well, welcome back to Bitcoin Bite. And for tuning in today, life is good, especially today is Friday. Yes, yeah, people wait all weeks for Friday, all years for summer, and all their Friday is the day to finish our goal for the week. Is the day to celebrate that which you set out to accomplish at the beginning of the day. So today is Friday, right? So we are feeling great, and we hope that you are feeling the same too. Now there is some about, make sure you subscribe, gently tap the thumbs up button. Yeah, okay, because this is algorithm, right, for YouTube. And also, of course, the notification bell, so that whenever we run a video, you are the first to know. I am very delighted to bring my very hardworking friend, very hardworking, and a man with a very big heart, Dr. Clemen Chiang, to the program. Now, he's an authority in financial investing and also a very well-known teacher and coach in the art of wealth creation. Now, thousands and thousands of students all over the world. Welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Wow, thank God it's Friday, Richard. So excited to be here today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm so humbled to be part of your show. Thank you very much, Richard.
Yeah, Dr. Clemen, on behalf of the many thousands and thousands of your students, for you helping them to be financially free. So a big
When we kind of look at this article here, I'm going to switch my screen right over here. And we got really excited about this announcement, all right? This announcement says that, Richard, crypto adoption in Africa surged 1,200% in 2021. Now, the numerical impact of 1,200% means 12x. So usually when I see something more than 1,000, I got really excited. So straight in my mind, multiply, bam, 12x. Wow. If you in the previous weeks of the class, Richard, we always remember by PS, I love you. P standing for payment, S standing for store of value. Now, if the crypto retailers are setting the trend and making sure there's payment right up from the small retail guy to the large retail to the professional to the institution to the large institutions. Then jolly well, this is the mama chart of them all. And here we go. I'm focused right here on this chart from a chain analysis. Really exciting development. Africa in terms of BTC, and that's really the core of our teaching every single week. BTC, bam, shoot up right over here. Central and Southern Asia. Africa.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Clemen. So it's all about supply and demand. The more demand for it, whether it's Africa, North America, America, Europe, or Asia, the more demand for crypto and for Bitcoin, which is limited, then, you know, due to the supply demand law, economic law, it will drive the Bitcoin price higher. And that is why we are doing all this study. Now, today is Friday, and I have bank predicting that Bitcoin price will go to 100K, right? If you all log on in the program, you will recall Dr. Clemen brought this out and expound on this report. Now, another bank is also predicting that Bitcoin price will go up, and this time round, it is a Swedish, it is a bank from Switzerland. Okay, so question for you, Dr. Clemen, is: are people buying this kind of news positively, or how soon will the market react to this kind of news? You know, that the bank is predicting that Bitcoin price will go up.
And what exactly is this range? All right. So we have to nail it down. Structurally, we value Bitcoin in the 50 to 175,000 range. Cyclically, we expect a peak around 100,000 in late 2021 or early 2022. Now, usually analysts, they don't put a time. This one is very unique. I need you guys to know, and to get this report is not easy, all right? Because they can only circulate to their high net worth customers, and I better block out their numbers there. Drop. We want to release it when the Bitcoin price is really beautiful. They didn't do that. They dropped and it came out to reinstate and telling everybody, hey, hold your horses, cool down. This is good sign because we project out to late 2021 and all the way to 2022. We expect the price to break 100,000. And that is 2x. So from everybody's perspective, how do we interpret this? How many months do we have until end of this year, right? Take it, month of September is gone, even though today is, thank God, it's Friday, all right? So October. All right, somebody started it. The rest don't want to lose out because of the word called FOMO, fear of missing out. You see, the interesting part, Richard, is the bankers are also on a FOMO basis. They feel that, oh, Stan Chart took the lead. We better follow before other banks take the lead. And actually, the real banker that started all this, Richard, for our discussion today, was actually Citibank. Citibank was the official first bank to came out with the prediction, $318,000 by December this year. And then in the next week, and then gradually build the base into late October, November, and then accelerate up into the next spring. Our view is that we could indeed make new highs. All right. So this banker is not as specific as the one that I shown you guys from Standard Chartered Bank. So this guy is just talking about breaking new highs, means the all-time high that we are looking at is $64,000. All right. So that was the previous all-time high right here, $64,000. So this banker came up with his prediction fine. But what I really like is still this banker right here. So please visit your friendly next door Standard Chartered Bank, pay them a visit, start your banking relationship today.
Okay, good. and due to
Wow, that's a really insightful question, Richard, because we start off with fidelity and there kind of three articles that's shaping our thoughts around it. All right. So I'm going to walk through with all of us here how we're going to go about connecting the dots. So step one, we look at this article. Says they got to approve the very, very first in, first out. First in, first out means the first guy to apply, they start clocking the time. So the first guy to apply is Van Eyck. And the Van Eyck Bitcoin ETF has a deadline of 14th of November. And so just now we connected from Swiss Bank to Standard Chartered Bank. Everybody kind of looking at November, December for the big spike of the price, which is not wrong because why? We are all banking on this 14th of November Bitcoin ETF approval. What we're going to connect is right here. The public details of asset under management is among the top 10 in the world. So we have State Street, Vanguard, BlackRock. All these are $1 trillion asset under management fund managers. All right. So for them to mobilize the media, it's like one click of the finger, things will happen. So number one, shaping and influencing the public discourse on why Bitcoin ETF is ripe for approval. Step one. Okay, so once we get step one and then we kind of go down this discussion, they put forward number two, the discussion. What is the contention that they are putting forward to? Here, 33%. They are telling SEC, hey, you approve, don't approve, 33% already invested. What have you got to say about this? investor. Fine and good, all right, the common man. But the arrow that I'm pointing at are the extraordinary men, the people who are rich already, high net worth individuals. They know what they are doing. They're sophisticated investors. Thereby, the most important line right here, thereby, a Bitcoin ETF product is the most appealing digital asset investment product with 38% of US institutional investors appealing. And it's fair, it's sound, it's logical. So right now, officially, Richard, the ball is on SEC court to defend their position. So there are only three outcomes. Let's talk about the three outcomes. Number one, approved, green light, bam. All the prediction will come through. By the time we hit December, Bitcoin probably touched about every year, the big convention is held there. They also have their Bitcoin ETF approved. What is holding us back? So this right now becomes a big question mark, and big question mark always results in volatility, and volatility always results in opportunity. And how are you guys looking at all this information flow? This window of opportunity is closing on soon, and that's the reason why we are really excited about this development of the Bitcoin ETF. Back to you, Richard.
That's the reason why we are also very, very passionate on Bitcoin, and we are organizing Global Bitcoin Festival this October, a gathering of passionate Bitcoin holder to promote education and adopt of Bitcoin. It is a movement. So I encourage every one of you to support this movement. If you support this movement, exchange reserve continue their downward trend as the supply shock tighten its grip. That means there are lesser and lesser and lesser Bitcoin available in the market. Yeah, because most institutions, when they buy the Bitcoin, they keep the Bitcoin, so they don't put it at the exchange. So the available Bitcoin in the exchange is getting lesser and lesser. So question for you, Dr. Clemen, is what does this mean? And how do you see this trend impact the Bitcoin 1,000 mark?
Well, this is a really, really great question, because why? There's a lot of economics. We always talk about demand and supply. And when we kind of ponder upon what exactly do they mean, there's a supply shock. So let me switch over my screen, and all of us, we're going to an increase in the value of the metric means that investors are sending more of their assets to exchanges for withdrawing. to buy, sell, and such a trend could indicate a selling pressure in the market. On the other hand, a downward trend would imply investors are withdrawing their coins for hodling or selling through OTC deals. So what is happening today is that everybody right now is sitting on their coins. They are not transacting on their coins. All right, that's our use. And of course, we have the 4-letter for that as HODL, hang on for dear life. All right. So this is really, really great news to us. It means that the price has reached a maturity, what we call a baseline price, otherwise what we call as a support price. And that's the reason why we correlate that to the very small window of opportunity left to us right now. Because if people are sitting on it, and the moment they move out of the exchange and say, put it in your cold wallet, that's it. They do not want to do any impulse form of trading. And massively, everybody behaves the same way. I can tell you there's only one way up. Because traditionally, that has always been the two of the most popular months in the history of Bitcoin, November, December, where everybody start to ramp up towards the year end. And that's the reason why our global Bitcoin festival is kind of a plan very, very strategically on the last 2 days of October. So with that in mind, Richard, is really, really amazing. We're getting all this data and kind of decipher this data with our viewers. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. We will answer some of your questions. So I pick up a question here. So for Dr. Clemen, right? One of the question here is this. It's from CY Chong. CY Chong. He asked this question: how long do you suggest to hold Bitcoin? So maybe Dr. Clemen, you can share your opinion. Then maybe I also share my opinion. So how long do you suggest to hold Bitcoin?
Okay, that's a great question from CY Chong. Thank you for posting your question. So it depends. We do not want to lose any paper profits that we're already sitting on. I mean, we're sitting on really nice 7-8x paper profits. That's like 700 to 800% in less than 1 year. So I will encourage you, go and activate this tool called the stop limit order. All right, stop limit order basically protects your paper profits. And in such a way, as the price continue to go up, you can adjust your stop limit. So in the event of a black swan event, boom, like that Tesla no longer accepting Bitcoin. That is a black swan event. One day drop 10,000. Boom, you got triggered. At least you take back your profits. You realize your profit. So that's one investment style. Now, a second investment style, this is an investment style that a lot of them are assume that Mr. Chong today, you go in, you buy at, let's say, 50,000 for numerical sake. And KDU is telling you 2025 will hit 500,000. So 10x for you is to wait 5 years. All right. So all this breakdown, whether you want to wait 5 years, wait 1 year, or wait along the way, put stop limit order, right now the tools are at your disposal. That is the reason why so many people are in love with Bitcoin. It gives them the flexibility to adjust the timeline, and it gives, I'm looking at 10x. Is it this year, next year, within 1 year or 3 years? And how many trigger events, low-hanging fruits events are around me to kind of trigger the price, trigger the price, trigger the price? And now you don't have the average Joe speaking up for you. You have the banks speaking up for you.
Example of the very mega wealthy, they all hold the Bitcoin. Like for example, the Gemini twins, they say that they will only sell it when the Bitcoin, they hold Bitcoin when Bitcoin was a few dollars, right? I don't know, maybe $10, $20. And today they are multi-billionaire because Bitcoin is now close to 50,000. They bought it a long time ago. Now, if you read their story, they bought it very cheap, and they could have sold it and change it into fiat currency, but they didn't, right? They hold it till today. Interview in the Miami Bitcoin conference, they say that they might sell some when Bitcoin becomes 500,000. But then later on, they say a but. They say maybe not, because when Bitcoin becomes 500,000, I can take a loan from the bank if I need to, so I wouldn't sell at all. So this is what the billionaire do. Another very wealthy guy, billionaire, I think also. Day of mining is 2140. That means theoretically, the last day of mining is 2140. So why are they? So there are so many years to come. Why do we say that there's still not enough Bitcoin? Because you can still mine until 2140. So, Dr. Clemen, you want to take this question?
Yeah, I think we need to correct the understanding. It's not 2140, not that. All of you a very important table, all right? So here we go. So what we do is we really.
I call you later. Call you later. Call you later.
of Bitcoin will have been mined. So the correct thinking is project out to 2032. And that's it. Your 21 million is wiped out already. The remaining is very small chunks already. All right. So the real number is 2032. You minus off 2021. That's about 10 years away. So kind of relate back to CY Chong question just now. Of this year, December. Long term, you stretch out maximum 10 years, 2032. And by the time analysts have already put out a prediction, Bitcoin will hit $1 million in 2036. They give it 4 more years after the 6th halving event to kind of completely spread out every Bitcoin to every human being on planet Earth. And everybody will be scrambling to own Bitcoin. Because right now we already hit at a really nice window of opportunity. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Clemen. Of course, 2040, there will still be Bitcoin being mined, but it will cost so much, right? Because the difficulty goes so high.
Yeah.
And 2032, Bitcoin will be 1 million. And I think the other day, or a few video ago, there's an article that says that Bitcoin will be $1 billion. $1 billion. I remember Dr. Clemen explained how it become $1 billion. So maybe 2140, maybe Bitcoin will be 1 billion, right? So you don't want, and why is it 1 billion? Because it's so difficult to mine at that time, right? So thank you for that question, Sunny. So let's go back to maybe just one last question by
you can already start trading cryptocurrency on your stock brokerage platform called Interactive Brokers. All right. So these 3 are already public listed. Then we talk about the second tier upcoming to be public listed. And I suspect that will be FTX.com. The founder has been appearing on CNBC like almost on a weekly basis. He's very hot right now. And the second one is Gemini.com. They already have a Singapore presence office right here in Singapore office at a very nice building. And of course, I suspect these 2 guys will be ringing the bell very soon, probably end of this year or probably middle of next year. So always work with an exchange that is already regulated by Securities Exchange Commission. So you take away all the sleepless nights. But what happens if you are having an exchange outside the US? Because in Asia, there are also many other exchanges, right? all this that I'm talking about, if you are thinking about putting in a cold wallet, I can tell you, I think to lose your coin in a cold wallet is much higher than losing your coins in a hot exchange. So all this for your consideration. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Okay, thank you for that. So let's come to the last question for Dr. Clemen. Now, we are trying to get Binance boss or even the other co-founder to speak at the Global Bitcoin Festival. So we are in touch with them and hopefully they will appear. So yesterday, there's an interview by CZ, the founder and CEO of Binance. Now, Binance is the largest exchange by far. The